What's up, guys? Jeff Cavaliere, ATHLEAN-X.com. So not sure if you're keeping up with the news, but the New York Times released an article back on February 3rd entitled, "What's in Those Supplements?" That sort of made a big stir, and it should for a very big reason. You see, the New York State Attorney General went in and purchased herbal supplements from 4 big retail outlets: Walmart, Walgreens, Target, and GNC. And guess what they found? They found nothing. Seriously, they found nothing because they didn't find any of the active ingredients in these formulas. Instead, they found things like ground-up houseplants, rice fillers, even Christmas decorations. They had some spruce that was used for Christmas decorations that someone ground up and threw in these formulas. That's not what you should be getting if you go to a trusted retail outlet like Walgreens, Target, Walmart, or GNC. But you know what? The target here were these 4 retail stores. And I got to tell you, in the past, I've actually kind of targeted these stores and said that if you're a supplement store and you don't stock your supplement store with people that are knowledgeable about the product, then you're not being a responsible brand. You're not being a responsible store. In this case, these are major retailers, okay? Especially the Walmart, Walgreens, and Target. They've got so many things. They can't be experts in everything. At some point, as the consumer, you have to be able to trust the brand, okay? And in this case, these brands are no longer trustworthy. And sadly, I can say that these brands are not alone. You see, the standards here for supplementations are not where it needs to be. We know that FDA does not step in here and tell you what you should and shouldn't take. They don't even regulate what you should and shouldn't take. They only step in if something becomes dangerous. And I've talked about many years ago the dangers of certain supplement ingredients like 1,3-dimethylamylamine that they had to eventually step in with because people were dying. They don't step in until it's too late. We've also heard about more recently some other supplement brands that have fallen by the wayside because of the things that they've chosen to put into their formulas that wound up becoming dangerous. If we have to sit here and worry about whether or not the things that we're taking are going to kill us, then we're not in a very powerful position as consumers when it comes to taking supplements. And I can tell you this, here's the scary part. These ingredients right here, these herbal ingredients, as a supplement manufacturer myself, this is the cheap shit. This is the stuff that doesn't cost that much. They're skipping out on these things. What about when you start to get to the protein supplements? There's no way your protein supplements should ever be cheap. Protein is not cheap. High-grade, high-quality protein is not cheap as a bulk ingredient. It doesn't matter how much of it you buy. It's not cheap. So if your supplements are cheap, if you're finding protein cheap, look elsewhere because you're going to run into the same situation that's happening here. And there is no regulation about the quality of those supplements that's going in those bottles. We, on the other hand, at ATHLEAN-X, and this is not a commercial, guys. Whoever says it's a commercial, for its products, don't buy my stuff. Do not buy my stuff. I just want to illustrate here that as someone who's experienced in this industry, who has seen some of the scary things, you should see how much we go through just to get our supplements to the part where we put our label around the bottle. Because we actually have our supplements tested as food products. And by going down the whole food product route, now we become susceptible to FDA involvement. So we have to make sure that what's on that label matches up as a food product, not a supplement. If it's just a supplement product, FDA doesn't get involved. If it's a food product, FDA wants to know. We make sure that everything we put on our labels matches up with what we say is in our bottles. And sadly, that puts us in another level. That puts us in another category. And it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Everybody should be doing that. If you put what's on the bottle, it should be in the bottle. See, guys, this stuff kind of just gets me riled up, as I said. And it's not just the fact that, oh, we do it right and they do it wrong. No, we do it right and everybody else should do it right. Where do we even have where is this even an option of taking the wrong road when you're talking about things that people put in their bodies? So, guys, again, if you haven't seen it, it's not all that long ago. Go take a look at it. And I'm not faulting these retailers, like I said. There's too much that they have to manage to be experts in everything. But you have to be the expert. You have to rely on brands you trust, not retail outlets that you trust. I trust Walgreens. I go in there all the time. Whenever I need a prescription, that's where I go. But you can't be responsible for trusting everything they put out. You have to know your brands. And if you trust ATHLEAN-X, buy it. If you don't trust me, if you don't trust our brands, don't buy it. If you trust somebody else, go buy their stuff. But at least be aware of what's going on. All right, guys, a little bit of a rant here, but I hope you found it helpful. In the meantime, if you found this eye-opening, if you found it a little bit aggravating, leave your comments below, guys. Let me know. I want to rant along with you. And if you want more videos, make sure you subscribe. and I'll be back here again in just a couple days with some more stuff. All right, guys, see you later.